Good afternoon and welcome to the Modern Day MoBro. Today's guest is someone very dear to my heart that I'm very excited to share with you. I'm going to be talking with my sister, truly scrumptious Pursley. Little fun fact about Truly. The other day I had a friend ask me, what's Truly's real name? And to which I said, it's Tristan. And they were like, Tristan? How do you spell Tristan? Because we don't know. I didn't know. And I had to really think about it. And I went back and forth. Is it Tristan, like the number 10, or Tristan, like the number 10? So I had to YOLO. And I YOLO'd all in on 10. Tristan. If you're wondering, my sister's name is Tristan, like Tanner and Tristan. So I've now got that down. But the other day when I was asked that, I did not know that. But regardless, Tristy or Truly or Trudy True, or she basically has like a million nicknames. And it's all based on at what point in her life you knew her is kind of when you'll know Tristan by what name, because she seems to get a new nickname about every group of friends. But regardless, Truly is just a wonderful soul, and my little sister. So we're going to talk to her a little bit about dating and, what that's like for millennials today. And I hope you enjoy. It's hopefully going to be a good conversation. So here we go.
Well, perfect. Hi,
Hi, Truly. Welcome to the Modern Day MoBro. I'm so excited to have you here.
Thanks. Glad to be here.
So, basically, the whole reason that I was like, you know what, I would like to talk to Truly is the topic that we're talking today about is dating, and the reason is because I'm not as connected with your age. I mean, I follow people on Facebook, but I don't hang out with young single adults the way I used to, and it breaks my heart because
cooler than you. That is, I'm pretty sure what you're saying right now.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
I'm glad we got that.
So as long as we're all on the same page here, that you are the cool one, and
I'm the cool one. You used to be the cool one. You got married, automatically gets rid of the coolness.
I got married.
Yeah.
Now I'm not as cool. That's the way it goes.
I didn't realize what's in my background. Okay, well,
that's okay. Let's see what do we got in the background. Art. Show us your room. Is your room dirty? If you don't have to show us your room if you don't want
to.
No,
you can see my room. It's honestly not that bad.
Well, Mom will see this. Just be warned.
Well, perfect. No, like over there, like my G's hanging out, but like besides that, no.
You have a very fun room. I like.
Thank you. No, my whole wall is very arted up. And yeah, I opened my window. Normally it's closed because I wanted it light.
It's too much fun.
But normally it like gets really hot if my window's open, so I have to kind of balance that out.
Yeah. No. That's just, I miss having power over my room. Like so when I was single, I like had tons, like I would do like my mission flags and like tons of rock climbing posters, and like you can do that as a married person.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't have the same effect. It doesn't look as good, and it is what it is. So I love that you're taking advantage and making your room yours.
Well, I love that. So I have 5 roommates. I love that I can go into each and every room. And if I didn't know who lived there, I could go into the room and be like, yes, I do know who lives in here, because it is very succinct to their style.
Wait, you're telling me that Anna's room looks different than your room?
Very much so. Anna likes a lot of negative space and a lot of white. So
that's
like she
what
has
I would have guessed.
White rugs, white tiles, and the other. Okay, I know this is very off topic. I cut my foot last night, and I had to go into her room for a Band-Aid, and the whole time I was just stressed.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm gonna get blood on her white rugs. And it's fine. We got the blood out. I put a Band-Aid on, and we did great.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, that was off topic of
We
the
are
date.
we are so off topic right now. I don't even care. It's fine. So the topic was so the whole reason that I was like I could talk to Tristy about this, and I think it would be interesting and fun, is I had to give a talk in church last Sunday, and I gave it on love. And basically, if you didn't know this, we're gonna do a little bit of church real quick. So because we are members of the LDS faith and we believe in the patriarchal blessings, which within that, our lineage is set forth. So, for example, I'm of the tribe of Ephraim. I would bet that you are as well.
I am, yeah.
We're of the tribe of Ephraim, and these are part of the 12 tribes of Israel. Am I getting like really dark? I am getting really dark.
You did for a bit, but I'm also noticing that my chest is red. So, like, we all have things that we have to worry
but
about.
I want to be dark on camera. Anyways, it's fine. So we are of the 12 tribes of Israel, which means that we are descendants of Abraham. Now, do you know anything about the Abrahamic covenant?
I should.
I know you should. That's so the Abrahamic
Please explain
covenant.
to me.
Yes, well, let me tell you. So the Abrahamic covenants with God, Abraham covenanted that he would follow God and do all of his things, and in return, he would get posterity. He would get a place in heaven. He would get what is it? Property, and then he would also have the priesthood. That's the big 3 P's.
No, I did remember this because I remember that this sounds really bad. I used to know this because in my patriarchal blessing, it was promised those things.
Yeah.
And it was like, everything that was promised to Abraham was promised to you. And I was like, what are those things? And so I'm still cool, but forgot.
Yeah. So priesthood, property, meaning a place in the celestial kingdom or heaven, and posterity. And so that's very interesting because posterity, if the Lord was going to promise us posterity, what does that mean?
I imagine my children would
children. So he promised you children, whether in this life or the next, because there are people that, it doesn't work out in this life, and that's just the way it is. But we are promised love in our eternal journey. We are promised a person because it takes 2 to tango to have posterity. Yeah. And so we all are entitled to love and to that person. And it's very cute.
Yeah.
And so
that's at least what people tell me, that it's cute. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
And so I kind of wanted to, and so that's like what posed. I was like, oh, well, this is a really interesting topic for singles that are dating. And I wanted to know for you, what are some of the struggles with dating? Because you are in a very different time of dating than even where, for sure, from what mom and dad did. Like the dating world of what was gone the day cell phones started. And I definitely dated more with just plain cell phone. Like Tinder existed, but it was not how people dated.
Yeah.
But today, I feel like that's not necessarily the case. Well, although you were also saying that you aren't a huge fan of dating apps such as Mutual or otherwise.
Well, Mutual for me myself is hard because this is obviously generalizing and not always true. Mormon boys tend to usually like, at least it feels like, really blonde skinny girls that are conservative, and I am 1, 2, 3 not those. So I'm always like, oh, great. Or you get really crazy fetish guys that are like, oh, you're a redhead. I'm like, back it off.
All right, calm down, buckaroo.
Calm down.
That's
the
definitely
amount
a scary
of
thing.
That's what men have led with. Of wow, I really like your red hair. I'm like, you sure? Like, is that the only thing? Yeah. So that's why Mutual normally doesn't work out for me. It's usually they start out really strong, or I just kind of disagree politically, and that's not always a bad thing. But like Mutual, it's a very snap, or any dating app, it's very snap decision. You go, oh no, not that. So easy to be judgmental.
And it's interesting because so historically dating has been a thing that you kind of grow into.
Oh, for
where dating apps are, like you said, it's this snap, yes, no, right swipe, left swipe, right swipe, block, move on.
Well, like I talk to people and I'm like, this is a question I've asked many people. I'm like, what is your automatic swipe no? One of mine is if they have a picture of just a car. I'm like, you have 5 pictures to tell me about yourself and you chose a car. Go away. I don't care about you.
I care about my vehicle that much.
Well, that's because I've gone on a date that the guy, about half the date, he just talked about cars the whole time, which it's fine if you like cars.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
hey, my dude, can we talk about other things? Yeah.
I find that so interesting when people and given my identity is definitely involved with like I love that I bought a boat last year.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
like
You would put a picture of your boat and just your boat.
I probably would.
Me.
But like we are more than our objects, right?
Oh, for sure. Well, at least a boat means like you have a boat. Like everybody has a car, but like a boat, you're like, oh, so you can take me to the lake? That's kind of something. I probably still would swipe no if it was just a
for
boat,
sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Well,
because you would be like, hey, I have a boat. That I feel like that'd be what you would talk about the whole time, or what they would talk about the whole time.
I definitely look for mutual. When I was dating, I was looking for mutual adventure interests, which is part of why I married Nicole, is because Nicole literally will do anything that I ask her to do. Like, hey, you want to go on a 12-hour road trip? Sure, sweet.
Oh.
Hey, you want to go on a boat? Sure, sweet. Yeah, let's go rock climbing. She would just always say yes. So that was
adventuring is fun and it's great, but me, I feel like there's this weird thing that I've heard this from multiple girls, that guys go on hikes on first dates to see how girls handle hiking. And I have on my profile, I might have changed it, but I had on my profile that, hi, I can hike, but do not expect me to be a hiker. And that actually depleted a lot of the matches I got.
It's like lowered the number.
It lowered it a ton. Whereas, so mutual really against that. Whereas I've been on Hinge or Bumble and I've matched with a lot more people.
That's interesting.
It is interesting. I don't know why Mormon guys are usually just like, they must be hikers to get with me.
Let's look at the demographics. So these are guys that grew up probably in scouting. And so the outdoors are a big thing for them. Although hiking's stupid. If we're like, I am walking to walk, like, okay, like, and don't get me wrong, like, I like the outdoors, but
no, you are a big outdoor guy.
But like hiking, camping, swimming just to swim, like all of these things, you're just masturbating, guys. You're playing with yourself. This is not like, no, it's not what I'm in it for.
Well, we grew up in a family that, like, some families, they go to the beach and they go to the beach 5 days of their like 7-day vacation and they just sit at the beach all day. And I'm like, I have never, not once. My parents did not grow up. We went to the place and we went on different excursions every day, and it always just makes me laugh.
I have gone to the beach and sat at the beach and I get anxious. Like, I can't do this. I gotta go and be doing something. So it's why I bring like a slack line or snorkeling gear or something. I gotta be doing something. I can't just sit at the beach.
I don't know, last time I went to Mexico, we sat at the beach, but we all had books and then we would talk about the books we were reading. So it was kind of a little bit of a book club beach thing, and that was fun. But we were only there for like 2 days, and then I went inside early and made food and watched movies and we went out to restaurants. So, it was chill. Whereas you're a big scuba diver.
I'm just a big adventurer. I like doing things. I don't like sitting around. I don't do it well.
You?
Oh, maybe I should press pause, because Nicole's gonna be like, Tanner, you're a freaking liar, because I do hang out.
Yeah.
But if I'm like hanging out at home, like, sure. But
you're pretty good at binging shows as well.
But I'm working on this thing. Like, I'm wanting to watch this series is what I'm doing.
This is the thing I have to complete.
Exactly. I'm still working towards something.
Goal oriented.
I guess so. I didn't ever think I was, but apparently I am.
Maybe this is something to think about. Who's to say?
Man, you are such a good therapist.
Yeah, I'm a massage therapist, but I'll take the therapist.
So, in dating, what are the things that you look for? Like, I guess a couple of things that I noticed when I was on Tinder was that, like, all girls listed their height. Like, it was so every single girl would be like, I'm 5'10", and these are all my traits. And guys, at least I never did that, and I didn't know any guys that listed their height because that they didn't think about. But for a girl, if the guy's shorter than her, it makes a big difference.
Oh
And
yeah.
that's something that I'm assuming that on your things you have your heights listed.
I do not have, well, like most dating websites just ask for your height, but I don't have it like in my bio that I'm like, I need a man taller than me. Height doesn't matter quite as much to me. I do prefer a guy that is at least the same height as me, but I know a lot of girls that they're like, no, he has to be taller than me. But that's never been a super big thing. Things that I like are just liked interests or things that they're like, oh, I don't know, let's talk. On my Hinge thing, I go, oh, I'm watching 365 movies this year. And I love when people can be like, oh, well, these are movies I like. What movies do you like? And just things, or I like when guys start out funny and it's not just, how's your day? Or I don't like one-word answers. I get really annoyed of one-word answers of, yeah, cool, okay.
What am I supposed to do with this? You're giving me nothing to work with.
Answers, I do not respond back. I'm like, I do not know you enough to care.
Yeah.
But I'm a bitter person like that, I suppose.
I feel
don't know
like you need to link your letterbox to your account.
I should. That would tell them a lot about me.
Which, if anyone doesn't know what Letterbox is, it is a rating app for movies.
Yeah, you rate movies you watched, and a lot of it is just nice to keep track of movies you watched. Like literally, me and my friend already watched like 2 movies today, and I just have her tagged. And later on, if I go, oh, who did I watch that movie with? I could be like, oh yes, my friend Sammy.
Yes.
Yes. Or Tanner, even though we don't watch a lot of movies together, but I think that's more about distance than
that's a distance thing, because if we lived in the valley, I'm sure that we would get together and stuff. But to be fair, I live in the middle of nowhere. I don't see anyone.
Nobody lives by
no one sees me. It like, for being extremely social, it's probably the hardest part about living in Morenci is I don't see people that are important to me, and it's like, this kind of sucks. But
no, that kind of segues into like a harder part for dating, I think, for anybody is your friends group, the people you're already hanging out with, because not only are you dating them, you're dating their friends. You're dating, like, if I'm dating a guy, he has to meet, I have 5 roommates, he has to like, all my roommates have to like him, and he has to get along with all of them. It's not easy.
He's moving into the collective family.
Oh, for sure. And no, my roommate, they just had a boyfriend, and I was like, oh, well, these are kind of things that like, he's great, but these are things that we're worried about. And I know that kind of went on his mind. Like, he was very much like, oh, maybe that is a thing I should look into. Like, it's hard. It's hard to please everybody, especially for someone that isn't already in the group.
Makes total sense.
Yeah. Same with your family. But like, I think there are times that I see pictures of like people with a lot of friends, and I'm like, man, is it worth it? Is it worth it to jump in a new friend group? Like, if they're that close with people?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you agree. I don't know if you were ever hesitant about that.
I'm pretty slutty with my friends. I can be friends with pretty much anyone. Like, my dearest friends are conservative and very liberal. I walk both paths. I'm friends with members of the church. I'm friends with non-members of the church. I like people that are people. The people that don't that bug me are usually highly controlling people that that are also like judgmental but not willing to compromise in certain ways. Like that, like, I don't like Karens. Karens bother me.
Karens are rough. I've had a hard time with people that back out of plans last minute. That really irks me.
It irks me, like, but okay, I don't cut people for it.
And then they're like, oh, actually, just kidding. And I'm like,
oh, man. Yeah.
Okay.
I've got too many friends that bail on too many things for me to do that, because otherwise I'd have no friends.
Oh no, I'll stay friends with them, but it for sure bothers me for a bit. If they did it consistently, I just probably stop inviting them.
Yeah.
Or yeah. I just assume they won't be coming, which I have friends that I'm like, oh, I'll invite you because I know you won't be joining, which sounds really bad, but it's usually the case. But
it's the thing.
I don't know. I think you want dating wise, I want somebody who's consistent, somebody that makes me laugh, and somebody that can get along with the people around me. Because obviously, my friends and my family, like, our family's great, but I think we have some strong opinions about people.
Well, we definitely do. That's part of the fun, is having strong
Yeah.
opinions.
And part of the fun is to kind of tease them and see how much you can get away with.
Yeah, that's part of the fun.
Actually, I don't think we tease Nicole too much.
No, Nicole doesn't get teased. Nicole's an angel. There's not. I feel like I tease Nicole more than anyone else in our family teases Nicole. Like I actively tease her, but you guys are all nice to her.
I think the hardest part when we first met her was how slow she ate, because like Dad eats like a beast.
No, we're
His food
fast.
is done in a
we are
second.
not slow.
We're not slow eaters, and then Nicole has to be slow just because of like
her tiny throat.
Body, yeah, her tiny throat. And we were like, oh, so you're still okay? We'll wait.
We'll all just wait for you.
Which I think we're all used to now. But
we've just done what we should do, which is we eat and we move on. And you can keep eating, but we are going to move on with our life. And you can keep eating, but we are going to go and play our games or whatever it is.
Nicole's a little good. I do like people that can play games and that can learn games.
Yes, we are gamers. So that's something that's big for you, is they have to be play games.
Well, me and my friends play games all the time. The other day, again, my roommate brought their date over, and they couldn't. We were playing marbles. They couldn't count, and we had to keep like fixing where they counted to. And we're like, "Hey, are you okay? Like, one time is fine, but like 7, like." Are you cheating? Because if you're trying to cheat, you're doing really bad.
You're like, actually hurting
cheater,
yourself.
But if you can't count, I'm a little worried.
People are that okay. You need to be able to play games. You need to be able to keep up with stuff, and
you need to at least be.
You need to be a part of the group. Like be a part of the group, right? Like if you're not going to be part of the group, why am I wasting my time with you?
Yeah, but if somebody's like, "Oh, I just don't like them," I'm like, "Well, have you like tried the game at least? Can you?" Or I don't like that. I don't like that food. I'm like, "Have you tried the food at least?" Like our brother, he says he hates all curries, and I'm like,
"What?"
Oh yeah, Tristan hates curry.
He's a liar. He's a liar.
He does. And I'm like, oh, well, is it just Indian curry? Do you like Thai curry? And he's like, no, all curries. And I'm like, you can't just make such a blanket answer about that.
He needs to go and like try some freaking curries, because curries are different and curries are freaking good. Like,
oh, for sure.
And now that's coming from a guy who hates all soups. I hate all soups.
You hate all soups?
All soups.
Fake news.
And I stand by this.
All soups.
I hate all soups.
For why?
And don't give me this argument that cereal is soup, because it's not.
I wasn't going to bring that up. I was going to bring out, is it the texture thing? Is it the taste thing?
I think that
you just don't
Mom
like
Mom forced us to eat stews and soups as a kid too many times.
Every parent forces their kid to eat stews and soups.
And they're terrible.
You don't like ramen? You don't like noodle soups?
I don't. I don't like ramen or noodle soups. No. I like rice. I like cinnamon rice because it's like cereal.
Tanner, not a lot of people eat cinnamon rice. Like, that's an us thing. That's not other people thing.
Anyone listening to this, if you haven't tried cinnamon rice, you need to try it.
Cinnamon rice is literally just rice in milk and cinnamon sugar.
No, it's
and we grew up that with as breakfast a lot. Enough that I told people and they went, "That's not a thing."
Totally worth it. Mm-hmm. It's horchata. We eat horchata. Yeah, it's fine. And horchata's freaking bomb.
Horchata, yeah.
No,
the reflection's bad.
I think it's between poop soup and stews, and then like Mom's like pinto bean stews. Like all 3 of those were like, nope. I hate all of these, and now I just don't like soup. I can force myself to eat it. But I don't like tomato soup. I don't like any like Campbell's chunky soup. So it's like
when I say I don't like salad. I can eat salad. I will eat salad.
Okay, actually, I take this back. I do know one soup that I do like. Tomsa. The Thai soup from Thai food, because it's like curry. Okay. Because curry's freaking good.
Curry's freaking good. So what if what if Nicole was like, no, like, because we already know Nicole has a short, like a small throat. What
Oh,
if she
Nicole loves
said,
soup.
I know
She
she
tries to
loves
eat
you,
it
but
all
what
the
if she
time.
said, that's all I'm ever going to make you? Would you have
Then I'll
compromised
make
for that?
myself food. She
But
can
like,
make her
while you
own
were
stuff.
dating her, what if it was such like
Oh,
this girl.
I mean, that would have been a deal breaker. I wouldn't have married her.
See, the thing is, you can learn to love people, obviously, but that's the hard thing about, I think, dating now, is because it's very quick to judgment. I know I'm very quick to judge. I've gone on dates and I'm like, wow, you're great. I went on a date the other day and the guy forgot what I told him like twice, and I was like, I'm done.
Nope, not
Like, you
doing
asked
this.
me the same question. Apparently, you're not listening.
Yeah, that can happen.
And then I went,
I know I had a couple girls drop me while rock climbing. Then I was like, I think we're done.
because they dropped you on the rope.
Yep. Yeah, like I fell like 12 feet and I was like, I don't know. So I hear that, yeah. Of you're not paying attention. You're not I'm not important to you. Okay.
Mind you, we were in like a loud restaurant, so maybe I should have been a little bit more forgiving. But I
Drop
think
the
there comes a
bum.
point where you're
Drop
kind
the
of like,
bum.
whoa, let me think of a reason not to want to date you. I think that's kind of the thing of, I think I need to be more open of, maybe I should want to date you. But
I
it's
definitely think there needs to
harder.
be a want. And yeah.
No, it's harder because, so this was a Hinge date. And so we were on the date and he went, do you mind if I drink? And I went, yeah, I'm not going to stop you from drinking. But then I thought of like future me, and I'm like, okay, well, if I do date this guy, like, he's a drinker. We already know this. And I think he might be a smoker. And do I want to deal with that? And that's the hard thing of Hinge guys and Bumble guys and like other guys like me more, but I have Mormon standards. And that's a
Yeah.
hard like combination of things.
Yeah.
So that's dating.
That is dating, and it's frustrating and it's hard, and finding the right answer is going to be complicated for you, finding where you fit. But I think that you're doing the right thing by being active. You know, Dad and I talk about this often of you get out, you are social, and I know that I found in dating that if I tried forcing things, it didn't work out. And when I just let things be, my dating life was very nice. As long as I did my part of getting out and making myself available, because you got to make yourself available.
Oh, but for sure.
If you're playing the game, you'll eventually score.
Yeah, one day.
But either way, I love you. This is a fun topic. I think that you're doing the right things, and just my advice, not for religious reasons, obviously I would not handle it well if you married someone that smoked and drank, but
hey, same. I would have a hard time, but we'd figure it out. I would prefer non-smokers or drinkers.
Well, my where I was gonna go is I kissed a couple girls that smoked a couple times, and both times it was like, oh no, this is not a thing that is gonna stay, because not my flavor. I think you got to be a smoker to kiss a smoker. Call me wrong, call me crazy, but
I can't. I haven't kissed a smoker. I'm so sorry.
You don't need to. It's kind of like tasting.
Okay, I'll take it off the list.
Take that off your list of things you don't need to do. Yeah. It's not a pleasurable experience. It's pretty gross. But either way, thank you for being on. We don't have a lot of time left. We're like double the time that I had asked.
Oh no, I didn't know how long this was supposed to be. I'm so sorry.
No, there's no time limit. Usually I tell people that I'm shooting for like 15 minutes, and I have only had one that went 15 minutes. They all go like over 20. So at this point, I'm like, well, I'm just gonna let these go, and we'll call them when we call them. But
you've also brought up a thing: if they're a bad kisser.
Well, because Nicole, have you heard this? About
I think you told me Nicole did not used to be a good kisser.
No, Nicole is a fine. I mean, she has her own unique way of kissing that was different than any girl that I've ever kissed. But no, when Nicole and I were dating, Nicole tasted like straight vomit. Like, it was gross. Like, I was like, this is gross. This is worse than a smoker. But then we figured out that it's every time that I took her out to eat and gave her something with cheese in it, it would make her sick. And then I'd kiss her when she was sick, and that's what.
And then she had to go vomit afterwards.
Yeah. And
so you're saying there was a full story that maybe we should all learn to try to
There's more here. But I spoke with multiple friends about. I talked to a mom about. I was like, this girl's really cool, but she tastes really gross. Is this a deal breaker?
Am I allowed to give her like a mint before I kiss her? Is that
yeah? Like what do we do? So that was the thing, but it worked out. So well, either way, I just love you and really enjoyed having you on our show today. I look forward to having you again, hopefully.
Great.
I need someone young and cool.
Yeah, I'm the cool one. Can't wait till you have to crop all our conversation out to get the 15 minutes.
Oh, I'm not cropping any of this. We're getting the full thing. This is just we just talk, and this is gonna go online. So
right.
Thanks so much. Okay, I love you, and thanks for spending some time with me today.
Yeah. All right. Bye. Have a good rest of your day.
Love you.
Okay.